Hartford Lifestyle Online Magazine presents this series of informational videos sponsored by your hometown credit union, Har-Co Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Gil Kennedy, President and CEO of Har-Co Credit Union. You know, over the course of the last 8 weeks, we have established a new normalcy. And it's a normalcy that I'm really not used to. I'm one that's out and about in the community, out and about in my organization, but I feel the lack of connection is something that we all have to work on. So with my team, I have decided to bring about some informational efforts to provide you with resources that will allow you to understand this period of time, as well as the journey that we're going to be traveling over the next 6 months. And so with Hartford Lifestyle Magazine, we'll be filming a series of these programs that will give you information on finance, that will give you information on credit, will give you information on health, both mental as well as physical health. So as well as perhaps some other areas that we feel it's important to communicate to you with. So with that being said, I welcome you to this series and look forward to providing you with that information.
Gil, what's different with the credit union now that we're in the midst of this 8 weeks into the COVID-19 virus?
It has truly been a eye-opening experience as it relates to what this pandemic means to our country and to our community and really to our operation. We have not closed any of our branches. We did close our lobbies, but we are continuing to service our members through the drive-through, through our internet banking platform, and through our mobile devices. So that's the continuity of service is very critical to the success of our economy, both nationally as well as locally.
Gil, you talked about how things have changed a lot here at Har-Co as a result of the COVID pandemic. How do you see things being different when we come back?
Well, Larry, that's a great question. How different will it be when our members come back into our lobby? Well, one thing I can tell you is that what won't be different is our service levels and the pledge that we have made to deliver a great member experience. That experience you most likely have seen on our website and in our lobbies, where we have all pledged to uphold those principles of great membership experience and service levels. So that will not change. There will be some physical things that change, particularly in our Bel Air branch, as well as the number of people that are going to be allowed into our branches at any one time. Let me start with Bel Air branch. Bel Air, for those that have been here, you will notice that we have no glass up between you and the teller. In our Aberdeen and Abingdon branches, we do have glass. So in order to assure safety for you as our member and for our employees, we are erecting plexiglass, and that plexiglass will hang from the ceiling and will provide the necessary barrier in order to stop any spread of this virus. You will also notice that like many of the employees in a grocery store or fast food establishment or C-store establishments, we will be wearing masks, and we will have an abundance of hand sanitizer around our branch system for you to make sure your hands are cleaned and you are certainly protected. We will have lines on the floor that will be 6 feet apart. So everyone will know exactly what the appropriate distance is between you and the next customer member. And the other component that we will make changes to is the capacity and the occupancy of people allowed into our branch. We will establish those numbers, and we will control those numbers as best as we possibly can. The other important thing to know is that our drive-thrus still will be functioning. And for many, and I have to admit myself, I think I'll be a little bit slow in not rushing back to go to every store and get back to what life was like before mid-March. But I think over time, people will get more comfortable with coming into the lobby. So in the meantime, our drive-thrus at every branch will be open and functioning like many of you have been using since mid-March.
Gil, one of the things that members always express is concern about the protection of their money. Is their money protected here at the credit union?
Absolutely, Larry, it is. You know, the financial system in this country made a significant change back in the 08, 09 time period, where regulators and government required levels of liquidity and levels of capital. We are well capitalized. We have an abundance of liquidity. Your money is safe. It's federally insured. And you know, our organization, which has been around since, well, you see it, 1955, has built itself and built the foundation of stability in the community as well as on our balance sheet.
Gil, unfortunately, a lot of folks have lost their job as a result of this situation. If someone does not have a job right now and they're getting behind on their payments on their loan, what should they do?
Larry, that's a very important question. You know, we're here to serve our members and serve our members in good times as well as difficult times. And if you have a situation where you're struggling as it relates to income or debt levels, the last thing we want you to do is not to come and talk to us. And if you have loans with other institutions, your best defense against these kind of issues is to have open and active dialogue with your lender and your bank. That will allow people to be fully aware of the situation that you're dealing with and provide you with a solution. What we have done for our members is we've given, and the regulators have allowed us to do this, is do modifications for our people. Modifications, a 90-day deferral of a payment with an option to extend again. If you look at our website, I put out a release that is documented on our website about what we're capable of doing and what the information requirements are that we'll need you to do. Obviously, we have been operating under appointments as well as on the phone. My suggestion is that you give us a call. We'll get you to the right person, and we'll have, if we need you to provide us with information, you could just drop it by, put it in the night drop, and we'll try to employ either a conference call or video conferencing in order to help you through this situation.
Let's say I have a friend that wants to become part of Har-Co, wants to join as a member. Are you taking applications for new members at this point?
Absolutely. You know, it's membership growth to support the community is very, very important. I think a lot of my friends have mentioned to me dealing with a larger institution who they somehow got lost within the organization and not felt the responsiveness that they thought they would get from a bigger organization. And they found that if they go to a smaller community organization like Har-Co, the experience is so much better. And I think these times bring out that experience, i.e., you're not just a number. You know, you're an individual. You're a person that we want to try to help out. And I'm not trying to throw dispersions on larger institutions, but they have a certain model. And that model works when times are really good, and when times aren't as good, you'll notice the difference.
What I hear you saying, Gil, is that we are the home team. We are the home team for their hometown. So we're trying to provide services, whether it be help or new products at a time when they need it.
100%. 100%. I mean, we service, nothing would pride me even more than to continue to help our community and build upon the foundation that since 1955 of providing that kind of service.
The government has jumped in with stimulus checks. They say that if you had the bank account, the credit union account, on your refund from last year, you could expect to see that in your account. Can they expect to see that if they did that here at Har-Co?
Absolutely, yeah. It's if you haven't gotten it, I would go to their website, the Treasury's website, and we'll provide that information to you at the end of this, so you'll have that information. But check there if you haven't gotten it, and then if you're not sure whether it's in your account, whether if you haven't signed up for internet banking, I would suggest that you do, and we can help you through that. Call our call center, and we'll be more than happy to walk you through that. Or if you can't, then give us a call, and we'll look into your account to make sure that the money's in there and let you know.
Yeah, during this time, people are seeing a lot of emails come by, sometimes representing banks or other lenders. Should they be wary of offers that are coming to refinance their mortgage or loans that are available? What should they do once they have gotten an email like this?
Well, in one of my messages that you'll see on that I posted to our membership, and I think we sent it out on an email blast as well, we all need to stay really vigilant as it relates to our connectivity to the internet. Just like always, there are people out there that want to try to trick you into getting information from you. And it's going on a lot today. So we all really need to be careful about who we're communicating with, whether it be via Facebook or emails or whatever. So if you have a question, don't just blindly check on something, click on something, and provide information. Pick up the phone, give us a call, and check that way. Because the last thing you want to find yourself into is an identity theft kind of situation. And people are relying on the fear and your emotions in order to get information from you. So be diligent.
Gil, as we wrap up this session, what points do you want the members to walk away from your discussions about how you're trying to serve them?
You know, we've been around since 1955, and that foundation of service will continue. I've been in banking, Larry, 40 years, and I will tell you that this is probably going to be a difficult period, but we will get through this. And we come to you with solid financials, and we come to you with a mindset of service to the community. And it is still, even before any of this were to occur, I would be saying the same thing. Nothing really has changed. I believe that our economy and the ingenuity that has been brought forth will continue, and I think that will make us much stronger. This is truly a pivot point in our time, and I believe that pivot point will have some pain associated with it, but with us all working together, we'll all get through that. But I believe on the other side of that, we're going to do something really amazing. And the way how we communicate, I think the good of this is that I think we're getting back to community.
Thanks, Gil. For more information about the stimulus program and more, go to www.harcocu.org. harcocu.org. And join us next week on the Hartford Lifestyle Magazine for another episode of this series of informational videos. Thank you.